host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Is, obviously bringing back some guys, from last year, which is cool. A lot of these cheap guys, okay? Well, one of the recurring themes with a lot of these guys, right? This guy, he can give you some depth. He's not going to be a Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson, Carl Banks. Ain't gonna be none of those guys, right? But one thing he does have in common with a lot of the other guys that they've been bringing back on the cheap is his special teams play. Now, let me share the screen here. He played a little bit last year on, where are we at here? There we go. No, okay, this is special teams. Now, I'll show you. He played a little bit on defense last year, a little bit. Obviously, his best grade on defense last season was the final game of the season was against the Eagles, but the Eagles had their 39th string team in there, so you can't really go by that. But if we look here, it's bigger. Boom. All right, there's that big, handsome smile. It is. Okay, so we got the 2024 season, right? And this is special teams, though. Right, this is special teams grades, but it'll also show you special teams for all of his years. I didn't realize he was 29. I thought he was a little bit younger than that, but I mean, he's been around for a few years, right? He was with Green Bay, and then he was at New in Jacksonville in 2022, and then New Orleans, 2023. And then last year was with the Giants. But look at special teams, 76.8. A lot of the guys that bring him back. Now, I don't get me wrong. I am not Mr. Special Teams. I don't watch the film. I don't have time for that. Right? That's why I go PFF. They gave me some kind of a ballpark estimation on how he does. But after every game, or shall I say, after every Giants loss, right? This is my. I've been doing this for 4 years, so 3 seasons I've been doing the Giants, right? So after usually on a Monday after the Giants game, I'll go to PFF and I'll do their offensive grades or defensive grades or special teams and their team grades, right? But one thing I do notice is that, like, a lot of times, like a ballpark normal kind of grade, right, for special teams is a 60. Now, a lot of guys get 60s. Unless you do really, really bad, you get a 50 or something like that. But a 60 is about average. A lot of the guys the Giants are bringing back are in the 70s, 70 or above, and that's very good. You get a special teams grade in the 70s, that's very, very good. And once again, here, this is no exception, right? What Mr. Summers did. Now look here, right? Now look, I mean, he's played a lot of special teams, right? His first season with Green Bay, 350 special teams snaps, 59.7. Okay, that was his worst ever. But the second year at Green Bay, 366 special team snaps, 72.8, which is very good. 2021, 270 snaps, 65.8. But then you'll notice his next 3 seasons, all right, he started, getting better and better and better, right? More and more experience and knowledge and all that stuff and everything, right? 2022 with New Orleans and Jacksonville, only 105 special team snaps, but he graded a 72.9. 2023 with New Orleans, 301. Grade at 73.5. And last season with the Giants, 270 special team snaps. The only one he didn't play on was field goal kick, right? But everything else he played on. 76.8. Very, very good. Okay. Now, he had a couple games. Some of the games toward the end, I don't know if he was banged up or whatever it was, but he had he graded out 48, a 56, a 58, 51, but he had some very good games, 66, a 72, 83, 65, 66, 69, 71, 71, and a 71. All right, so overall for the whole season, he graded out a 76.8, which is really, really good. Special teams. Now, I'll show you here his defense. very minimal on the defense last season. He played 3 games. Four games. My bad. 4 games. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The New Orleans game, he played 1 snap. So I'm not even going to really count that. But you'll notice here, week 16, 17, and 18. I said week 18, he created a freaking 91, but that was against the Eagles backup. So got to slow our roll on that one. The Indianapolis game where we wound up tearing the Colts a new behind, right? He only graded out of 40, but then against Atlanta, he played 29 defensive snaps. He graded out of 80. All right. So, he plays some snaps for you on defense. He's got some depth. But you'll notice here, right, in 2023 with New Orleans, he played 2 total defensive snaps. 2021 with Green Bay, 29 defensive snaps. So he graded out of 26. And Green Bay in 2020, 203 defensive snaps, graded out of 47. So, he's not going to give you a whole heck of a lot on, defense. I mean, if he can play, he'll give you some depth, he'll give you some snaps, but don't expect another Carl Banks out of him, okay? But special teams, which is huge, you'll notice that a recurring theme. A lot of the Giants, that players the Giants are bringing back, you're kind of like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Who? Yeah, what? Huh? They're very good on special teams. So the Giants added another depth piece on Monday when they announced that backup linebacker special teamer Ty Summers was re-signing with the Giants. Now, once again, he's going to be part of the 90-man roster. Does not mean he's going to be making the final 53. He might be on the practice squad. He may not even. I hope he does, but he may not even make the team at all. You don't know, right? Summers, who's 29, played 16 games at 2 end-of-the-season starts on defense for the Giants last season. A core special teamer who played 272 special team snaps, or I guess 66% of the special team snaps last season. Summers ended the year with 29 tackles, second most of his 6-year career. Summers spent 3 seasons with the Packers after being drafted in the 7th round. And he also has been with Jacksonville and the Saints. Summers is the 3rd backup linebacker special teamer the Giants have signed this offseason. He joins Chris Board, who is a very good special teamer, and Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, which is the same thing, special teamer. Among other 2024 unrestricted free agents the Giants have re-signed are Emir Smith-Marset, Aaron Stinney, Casey Kreider, Chris Manhertz, Greg Van Roten, Jamie the Scottish Hammer Gillen, and Darius Slayton. So, once again, said, the Giants are bringing in a lot of guys, good special teamers. So let's, hopefully our special teams, if we ever get our kicker situated, right? And we brought back the Scottish Hammer. Okay, we brought back, so we got our punter, we got our long snapper. The Scottish Hammer is also the holder, too, right? We got Smith-Marset. So he's our kickoff / possibly punt returner as well, too. So, but we do need to get the kicker situated. That's very, very important. But as I said, you do see Giants bringing back a lot of guys who are very good on special teams.